Welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. Today, as always, I'm just drawing on a whiteboard. It's not financial advice. I'm just drawing certain things. But today, we're going to be talking about laddering out and laddering in. And pretty much, we're going to do laddering out. But I'm just going to bringing this up to your attention here. And for my Patreons and for members of CryptoConfidential, I'm going to go further than this video. I'm going to add a bonus video to this. But I want to put this out on YouTube and make people understand or educate people, hopefully. This is all educational. This is just for educational purposes. Just a guy with a marker and a whiteboard, and some lighting and some glare. I'm going to work with this. But what I want to talk about is laddering out or laddering in. So I'm going to start with laddering. Ladder. That's the word for today, is laddering. You can ladder in, you can ladder out. Sorry for the glare. The word is laddering. Okay, sorry for the glare a little bit. I'll work with it. So, first off, we start with the fact that we can't predict the future. We don't know what things are going to do. So, one of the general rules of getting in and out of a coin or a token, again, not financial advice, but one of the strategies that I've heard many times is that you buy in, and I'm just going to draw time versus price. So this is price, and I'm going to put it in US dollars, and this is time. Let's call it T. Okay? So that's not very level, but we'll work with it. Okay, so first, let's just say we get a chart, typical altcoin looking like this, and it starts doing that and so on. We bought in, say, here at $1. Okay? You bought in at $1. I know don't worry about this. I drew a squiggle here if you can't see it. Now the price is going to go up. That's our plan, and we all know it's not going to go straight up. But what we can do is, let's say we bought in at $1, okay? And a general rule of thumb is that when it doubles, that's a 2, not great 2. Right? When it goes to $2, you want to sell half. That way you're playing with house money. So let's just say, I'm just going to pick random numbers, not round numbers. Let's just say we have $10,000. Okay, we have $10,000. We bought a coin at $1, and our plan is that when it gets to $2, we're gonna sell half. That way we get half our money back. We still have half of it in. It seems like a good plan. It's everything running. Sounds good to me. So we're gonna run with that. But what happens? Like, you're not in a crypto coma. You're gonna be. This is real time now. So the price is actually gonna go, instead of hitting $2. Let's just say it gets up to $150. What do you do? Okay, so you need a plan. So I'm going to try. I wish I could make this a little more level. Sorry about that. So there we go. All right, so we made it to $1.50. You don't know what's going to happen, if it's going to go up or down from here. You can look at the charts and get a decent idea if you're good at reading charts, but the idea is like, okay, if you said that I'm going to wait until it doubles to sell half, it may go to $1.50 and come back down, and you may never get there. So it may do this, and you don't sell anything. Or it may do this, and it may go up to, say, $5. Okay? You can't predict that when you're at the $1.50 point. So what you do, one particular technique of this is called laddering out. And you can do laddering in on the buy as well. But laddering out, let's just say I want to sell at $2. But I wish that it was, I could sell half it. My plan A. So I got plan. You always have a plan. So you got plan A equals, I want to sell 50%. Always wind up with a 5 on the board. That's lovely. 5s or sideways are very hard. Sell 50% when it doubles. So I'm just going to say at $2. That's plan A. Plan B is the one I prefer, which is laddering out. You set your target at $2, right? Right? You say your target at $2, but what I do, and this is not financial advice, this is just a technique that I've learned over time, is you set stair steps. And I think this goes back to, believe it or not, I think it's, I think one of the first people that came up with this idea was the guy who does Mad Money on CNBC. I can picture him, can't think of the name. Leave a name in the comments. I can't remember his name. It might come to me later. It's not important now. But, man, that annoys me. Anyway, $2, right? I'm not going to wait for $2. I'm going to set a ladder. I'm going to draw a ladder, and I'm going to make the rungs of the ladder. I'm going to have 5 rungs in my ladder. Okay? All right, you can see those 5 lines, almost horizontal. Just bear with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these numbers. I'm going to make 2 steps below and 2 steps above, and I'm just going to say I'm going to sell it. That's the first step might be $1.50, and I'll sell, say, I don't know, 20% here, and then 20% here, here, and here, and just steps. And now this is man, I almost had it. Mad Money. Kramer, Jim Kramer. There we go. All right, if you had any comments before I did, fantastic. Okay, so Jim Kramer's idea is that as the price goes up, you're going to be more and more elated, so you're going to be perfectly fine keeping some and not selling some. So you want to sell some as you go, and as the price goes up, you get to another sell trigger, and you feel good. So on average, this would average out to $2 because you'd have a sell at the first 20%, second 20%, third 20%, and so on. So on average, if it goes to say $1.50 to $2.50, you'll sell 100% for an average of $2. So plan B equals the ladder plan. Okay, that's the ladder plan. And you can define how many rungs you want to do. I use 5 because it keeps it simple for me. I set them at different price points, which is going to be in the second video. I'll talk about that and do some math for you. But the idea, the concept is simple. If you're going to just say that the price ranges from $1.50 to $2.50 and it just keeps going. Well, here's the psychology of it. Here's how you're going to feel good about all this, okay? You had a plan. You have a plan now. You're going to sell when your idea is that you want to sell half of like your trade bag. Say you want to get $10,000 in at $1, and when it gets to $20,000, you're going to sell half, take $10,000 off the table, and leave $10,000 in the project. In the token, and keep some. Perfectly good plan. You're working your plan, which is great. You don't want the market dictate to you. You want to dictate to the market. So you have a plan before you ever buy, and then you have an exit strategy to sell. You can set alerts on whatever app you use. You can use TradingView. You can use Tab Trader. You can use CoinGecko. Whatever you want to use to set up alerts to say, tell me when it's $1.50, $1.75 to $2.25, $2.50. Just picking numbers here. But the average out will be an average of $2. So let's go through the psychology of this, and then in the bonus video, I will talk about real numbers. The psychology is it gets to $1.50. I sold 20%. Just working through the math. At 20% of 10K, well, 20%, I have 10,000 tokens because I bought them at $1. Simple math. So I'm going to sell 2,000 tokens at $1.50. That's 3K. So I made, can you see in there? No, you can't. So I'm going to angle it just a little bit, bring it a little closer because I don't need to be there. Okay. So I sell here and I make 3K. Right there when it hits that trigger. Okay. When it hits $1.75, right? All right. So I take a little bit of profit. I feel good. I have 3,000. I started with 10. I have 30% of my money back. I have 80% of my coins. I feel great. Hey, the price goes up. I wish I kept more, but hey, I sold some. I took some profits. Didn't know what the future was going to hold. So that's okay too. So at $1.75, I sell another 20%, which is another 2,000 coins. This time they're worth 3.5K. Okay, so now I'm up to $6,500. Now it gets to my magic number. Gets to my magic number of 20K. I'm sorry, $2. I still have 60% of the project. I sell at $2. I sell 20%, which is 2,000 coins. At $2, I now have sold 4K. Okay, so now look at my numbers. All right, I have sold, and actually I've made. Is that right? Am I missing something? Yeah, these numbers do work out. So that's 10.5. I made 10.5K by selling 60%. That's why. I was like, how did I get over half? But I got over half because I got over half of my money back. I got 10,500. I sold 60%. So that's the small downside. I sold a little bit more than I planned to. My plan A was to sell 50% if it gets to $2. Now, because I've been a little bit more conservative and I've stepped on 3 rungs, all right, 3 rungs of the ladder. I said, I want to get some before I don't know what's going to happen, if it's going to go up or down. So I take some here, some here, some here. I have 10.5K. I have 40% left, and I'm over my original target. I got 40% left. I've got all my original money back and a little bit more. and I got 40% left in the project. So this isn't exactly the numbers I use, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what you can do. And I'm going to go into a bonus video now about the numbers I do and how I compare to like just selling half it too. But now you get the idea, and you could also mirror this on a buy. If you wanted to buy at $1, you could set up rungs here, 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 and here, and dollar cost average in. Let's just say you find a project, I really want to buy it when it's $1, but today it's $1.20. Well, I'll buy a percentage at $1.20, $1.10, $1, 0.9, 0.8. Okay, and then I'll average in at $1. That's dollar cost averaging by setting up rungs. And that 9 is horrible, but you get the idea, right? So sideways drawing. Anyway, so you get the idea. I average in for $1. That's laddering in. This is laddering out. So that's the video for right now. I'm going to continue with a bonus video in a moment for my Patreons and for members of Crypto Confidential. So with all that said, I'm going to close the drawer in the bureau, say follow the leader, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.